How's it going, guys? James here from Butler Farms on a beautiful Thursday afternoon. Got in from work a little while ago and had to get down to the garden and get some things done. It's been a while since I've tied up tomatoes, and as y'all know, that grow tomatoes, that's about an every maybe 3 to 4 day thing, and it's been at least a week since I've been down there. But as I was down there, I started noticing that we had some things that were ready to pick. And it's starting to come in. It's the season is upon us, and it's all jumping off now. So got a lot of things going on down there. A few little problems down there. I'm gonna bring you a garden tour hopefully this weekend. I was gonna do it this afternoon, but I'm just gonna be honest with you, at the age I'm getting, I got myself a little hot down there. So I'm gonna cool off the rest of the afternoon. I got a lot done down there, but I'll give you a little garden tour maybe this weekend. It's supposed to rain again all weekend, Saturday and into Sunday, so we'll see. But I'll try to get a little tour in, but I just wanted to bring you a little quick video to show you kind of what's going on. Can you see what is starting to come in already? Guys, that is a lot of jalapeno peppers. And I've got a couple of things I'm going to do with them. A lot of them I'm going to actually give away to some friends at work that want them. And you can see some of them are rather large. You can see the size of those. Some of these larger ones, I'll actually make jalapeno poppers out of them and freeze them. And then, as you know, in the South, we love college football. And on those college football Saturdays, we'll pull some out of a bag and put them in the air fryer and have homemade jalapeno poppers. That's what I'm gonna do with some of them. I probably won't chip many of them up like I usually do, where I put them through the little device that we have that cuts them, dices them up basically. I forgot the name of what it is, but we don't use a lot of them that way. I'm pretty much the only one that eats jalapenos around here, unless it's like a jalapeno popper. I'm really the only one that cooks with them. The kids and mama they don't really care for the heat much. Do a lot more with bell peppers. Now, one thing I am going to do this year, I told you that I was going to do salsa. I hadn't done salsa in years, and so I'm going to do salsa this year. But the problem is, and my salsa will have a little bit of jalapeno in it. They know that if I'm going to make salsa, that it's going to have a little jalapeno in it. But the problem is, my bell peppers that I'm also going to put in them are still a little bit away. I've got 2 or 3 down there that are getting really close. I'll show you that when we do the garden tour. But they're not ready yet. I'm going to let them hang. I'm going to let them continue to grow and ripen on the vine. So right now, this first big flush, and believe me, that's not even close to a third of what's down there. These are just the big ones that I got off the plant. As a matter of fact, it had laid one of my jalapeno pepper plants over with this size jalapenos, and so I had to get some of them off of there. But I will be making some salsa later on. As my Roma tomatoes, they're starting to come in. I was going to show you about what size they are. Now, that one is not exactly as ripe as I would like it to be. While I was tying them up, it fell off, so I went ahead and took it. You know, we'll eat it. It's not that it's not going to go to waste for sure. But there's a ton of green Roma tomatoes down there, so it's looking pretty good for my Roma tomatoes, my bell peppers, and of course I'm going to have plenty of jalapenos to come in all at the same time. I've got onion that I put up last year. I didn't do onions this past year, but I've got plenty of them that I can also put in the salsa. So looks like we're going to have a completely homegrown salsa from start to finish. I also do a lot of pepper jelly. There's a lot of people in my family that like to eat pepper jelly with cream cheese and crackers, and that's the way they like it. My dad likes it on toast in the morning, so I give him a jar. As he finishes a jar up and brings it back to him, I hand him another one. So we do a lot of pepper jelly, and so we're going to be fine on peppers this year. You can see also that we've got a lot of these little cherry tomatoes coming in, and they are pretty good size little tomatoes. You can see, and yes, they're supposed to be that color. Before somebody asked, did I pick them early? I did not. Those are sun gold cherry tomatoes, and so that is the color they're supposed to be. Now, one problem that I am seeing with all of this, we'll have several dry days, and then we'll have 2 or 3 days of absolute monsoon water standing everywhere, basically flash flood conditions. And a lot of these are getting this size right when it's time to pick, and they're splitting. And it's just so much water. It's not a disease, it's not a pest, it's just so much water that it's splitting them when they get ripe. So I've got to do a better job of getting on top of them and staying down there. One other thing that I'm really excited about, this is one of my bushes, this is about 4 of my bushes that I picked on the way back up the hill. These are little baskets that my neighbor across the road gave me from a U-Pick farm that she used to go to. She's got piles of those little baskets, and I don't know exactly what it'll hold, but you can see how pretty those are. Guys, that's going to be wonderful this winter. As I've told you before, I do like them in oatmeal, but I also like to just take them out at breakfast time. I'll set them out on the counter while I'm cooking my eggs and other things, and let them thaw a little bit. I don't want them hard as a rock, but I do want them cold, and I just eat them straight out of a bowl. I like them extremely cold like that. I don't have to have the oatmeal to go with it, but that is a bonus when I do have the oatmeal. So those are coming. The bushes are still loaded. Like I said, this is just from 4 of the bushes down there, and I'll bring you up to date on that also when we do a little tour, because I had a question the other day from a subscriber that wanted to, they wanted to get into blueberries, but they just didn't have the land, or they had a little bit of land, but they had an HOA problem or something. It's like I tried to tell them, most HOAs don't know what a blueberry bush is. They look just like a shrub, and you can absolutely work them into your flower beds and things like that, and nobody would be the wiser. It's one of those kind of things, if you've got an HOA that's that picky, A, I would say move if you can, but B, it's easier to ask forgiveness than it is permission. So don't go to your HOA and ask them, can you plant a blueberry bush? There's some kind of rules that they don't want food producing plants or something. I really didn't understand the comment, but I kind of know where she's coming from with these HOAs kind of overstepping their bounds of what a person can do on their property. Guys, a blueberry bush looks just like a shrub that you would have around your house, and as a matter of fact, they're beautiful and green during the spring and summer, and in the fall they turn a brilliant red. They are beautiful. I don't know why anybody would question that. Now, you may have to sneak out there at night and pick your blueberries, I guess, if you're in that HOA, but you can also grow them in pots. I've had people ask me about that. There are varieties that you can grow in pots. The ones I have, that's not going to work in a pot, but they do have varieties that will grow in pots. So I'll bring you more on that when we do the little tour. Like I said, I just got so hot down there a while ago, I had about all I could stand. Tying cucumbers up, trying to train them onto the trellis, tying up tomato plants are getting out of control, and working on those pepper plants. But I'll bring you up to date soon. I just wanted to show you what's going on. Like I said, it is almost that time, and we're excited about it, because when this starts happening, that means that food's coming. While I was down there, I looked at my peas, and there are little bitty pea pods everywhere, and flowers absolutely covered my pea plants. Now my beans, I don't know what's going on with those. They're not getting better, they're getting worse. So I may lose my beans, and I don't really understand that, because that's a variety I've planted before and I've never had a problem. I don't know, maybe it's been too wet. That's all I can figure, because I've planted them in that same spot before and they've done well, but we've had so much rain, maybe the beans didn't like it. But the peas are coming. That's the Mississippi pink eye purple hull. So that's a staple around here with a lot of meals, and that's kind of par for the course in the South. Cow peas, whatever you want to call them, but we call them Mississippi pink eye purple hulls. We don't eat black eyed peas here. We prefer the purple hull peas, and they're coming. It won't be long now before we'll be pea picking. So. And pea shelling, have the purple fingernails and the whole thing. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here and get some more things done now that it's cooled off late in the evening a little bit. It's a beautiful day, and so while I can, got to go jump into bed because I got one more day of work to go. But I'm gonna get a few more things done before I call it a day, and just enjoy this beautiful afternoon that God has given me. And just enjoy some of this bounty that's already starting to come in. Not all those blueberries are going to make it in the house, I can promise you, but the ones that do, I'm going to preserve. I will show you that later on and show you how I do that, because if I don't, my kids will eat that entire bucket before the weekend comes. So I've got to do something with them before they see them. Anyway, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Give me a thumbs up after you watch this video. Tell a friend, and let's keep this thing growing. Guys, we love you. God bless you. This is James from Butler Farms, and we'll be seeing you.